What's up, Wall Street bitch?
What's up, Hans? First episode of 2024.
Yeah, well, do
Cheers.
back with you in this New Year's.
In the New
Cheers.
Year's.
So let's play our intro.
Cheers. Play it up.
And that's a brief sample of Drugs Are in the Car by Pickle Walks. I hope you enjoyed that song.
It's actually Get the Drugs Out of the Car.
Oh, yeah, you would know. You're much closer with Pickle Walks.
Yeah. That was just a really awkward mistake.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, everyone.
Happy New Year. It's good that we're back. December was a little rough for us, not being able to be in the same room.
Yes.
But we are back.
But we made it work. We had some great guests.
Yeah, we did.
We should make one of those like reclip videos with all the best.
Yeah, best of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're really thankful Conspiracy Fans has actually agreed to do a debate. Again, she's identifies as a conservative woman, and she's going to be debating this guy called the Red Pill Apologist, who seems really funny on X. So
is he like the Christians preacher guy?
Yeah, he's like tweeting things today like, I'm going on a 10-mile run. Every man needs to run. Or you're a pussy. Yeah, so he's going to be a good combo with her.
Nice.
And he's all about like women shouldn't be showing their boobs on Twitter.
Oh, that sort of plays into this whole controversy with Isabella Maria De Luca.
Is that the lady who made the cake?
The cake video, yeah.
Shirt.
Yeah, I guess her boobs were too big, so all these fucking weird Christian guys freaked out, and it was this big debate. I think it was pretty embarrassing for them. But there's this whole movement of people on Twitter who are just like going back to the Puritan ideal of what a woman should look like, and I think it's sort of depressing.
Yeah, and then it like raises the lines where like, are they gonna want women in like hijabs and like total coverings like Muslim people?
Yeah, well, she posted. Isabella Maria posted this picture as a joke, saying like, "Is this good enough?"
Yeah. Wearing
gloves, a sweatshirt, and a scarf. And all these people are commenting like, "No, your hair is still showing," you know. So you're right. It's gonna happen.
That's the modesty.
Yeah. And later today, we're gonna be interviewing some crypto bros. So if you got any crypto bros out there,
that'll actually be in next episode.
Oh yes,
yeah,
yes.
This episode is just a special welcome back with just me and you, Wall Street bitch.
Yes, yeah. In celebration, should we pour a glass of whiskey?
Yeah, so this is called Tisco. We got it from our sponsor, Shep's Liquor Cabinet. You can only buy this, as far as I know, in Wyoming.
Really?
It kind of is like a Fireball type liquor, but like way better quality.
The coloring is like really weird. It's very
more of
light.
A natural color. It's like if
it looks good.
Wasn't dyed red. Yeah, so let's pour us up some.
Let's do it up.
Just a little bit. It is 30%. Stop. Normally you drink this on ice. But yeah, it's good stuff. Also going back to Isabella Maria De Luca, this whole thing called Calendar Gate among conservative.
Oh, was that with her?
Circles. It wasn't with her, but it's like there's this guy. Cheers, man. Well, you know, like the whole like Bud Light thing, like they had that transgender actor, and then like all the conservatives were like, "I don't drink Bud Light."
Yeah.
So there's this guy who made Ultra Right beer.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He made a calendar through Ultra Right beer, showcasing conservative women, and like there's like 3 of the pictures are women in bikinis, like nothing super, like just a bikini photo, nothing super revealing.
Yeah, like the classic beer commercial.
With like a lady in a kitchen with like an apron on, named the Redheaded Libertarian, and she got a lot of shit for like being in an apron, taking a picture. And so there's this whole divide now among conservatives of like the Puritan ones and the ones who are like, okay, women can wear what they want, which is like, it seems very backwards.
I think it all started with like Andrew Tate and this red pill movement, which is sort of split into a few different avenues and sort of gone off the deep end.
So maybe that's why this guy is called the Red Pill apologist.
Yeah, the red pill movement. Like, there's this dude, Roman Tomasi, who's honestly, I'm sorry, just such a tool.
Is that like a Matrix pill thing?
Yeah, the whole red pill thing is like presenting the facts of dating as they are, not through the female perspective, and like all this. It's basically a way to shit on women.
It's also referred to as like the manosphere.
Yeah, the manosphere.
Just kind of misogyny 2.0.
Yeah, some of their points sort of make sense, but like most of it is just like shitting on women.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, this is actually really good.
Yeah, it's good stuff, right? Called Pitska. Thank you, Shep's Liquor Cab.
Bring up our next sponsor.
Is this Happy Dose Co?
Yeah, this is our newest sponsor, Happy Dose Co. I don't know if you can see this. They're a new vitamin company. This is Think You're Dead, Sleep Like My Mummy, some sleeping pills. You can find them on... Oh, is that here? Clapping?
Yeah, it's really...
I thought that was the dogs. You can find that on happydosco.com. Thank you, Happy Dose.
Thank you. And don't forget about Looney Raccoony. We're still doing our free t-shirt giveaway.
Yep.
If you get the right number.
Yep. You can find them on Etsy. He's actually also pretty feisty on Twitter. Looney Raccoony. Well, I wrote down a few topics. I think the first one I wanted to touch on, which is...
Sponsored?
Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by...
Riverside.
So yeah, thank you, Riverside. Our next episode, we're just gonna go right into the interview, so that's where we're taking out some extra time.
Yeah, to make money. Yeah, exactly.
Also, please listen to us on Spotify. Give us 5 stars if you have. Follow us on Twitter. Baptize the.
We're gonna pick one fan every 2 weeks, bi-weekly, to send some free merch to.
Yep.
So.
It could be supplements, shirts, stickers, really anything.
Anything.
You could let us know what you prefer also, so we get you the right materials. All right, what'd you have in your notebook, Wall Street bitch?
So the first thing I want to touch on is Drop, just because it's huge news.
Oh yeah, I have not looked at that. Did it come out today?
Or late last night. Essentially, high level, we didn't really learn much. Because the names that were dropped were names we already knew. But we did learn some funny things, and more details about those names, like how many times they were on the plane, what others in the case said about them. Like, for example, it was said about Bill Clinton that he likes them young. So we don't know if that means just underage or young in the underage category.
Or is he like referring to something else? Like young puppies or like kittens.
But he was on that plane 50 times.
That's a lot of flights to not know what's going on with like the most infamous pedophile ever.
Yep, and Trump was listed, a few others. The interesting one I found was Stephen Hawking was listed.
Yeah, I saw some Stephen Hawking. Like I saw like some memes today of like dudes in a wheelchair with like a girl just sitting on his face earlier.
Yeah. He's been getting destroyed, the poor man. Although, if he did do sketchy shit, then he deserves it. Mm-hmm. But one thing I saw...
Is he dead, Stephen Hawking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One thing I saw in one of the depositions...
he's been dead for like his whole life. But...
One thing I saw in one of the depositions, and it could have been fake, I'll try to find it.
Yeah.
But was that he...
Epstein deposition?
Yeah, in the files that were released. That he enjoyed watching naked midgets solve math problems. He liked watching.
I enjoy that too. No,
I definitely enjoy it.
If I had enough money to like make something like that happen, I would enjoy it. If I could just be like, hey, you midgets, here's $5,000 a piece. Solve this pre-calc problem.
But they're naked midgets.
Yeah. As long as they're of age. If they're underage, then I would not be down. But if they're of age, naked midgets, just solving some, theoretical math equations, E equals MC squared. They maybe figure out how that propulsion jet that what's his face that the shaman was talking about works. That'd be great.
Yeah, there you go.
What is
there
this,
you go.
Grand Theft Auto dude in a wheelchair?
Stephen Hawking
What are
on
we
his way
watching?
to an Epstein orgy. I'm just trying to find the information. Michael Jackson was also listed.
What other name drops?
Jimmy Kimmel was not listed, but if you've been following the controversy with him, the quarterback of the Jets called him out. Yeah, called him out. So Kimmel tweeted like, "You asshole! You put my family in danger." Blah blah blah. I'm not on the Epstein list, but a bunch of people edited the documents and put his name out there. So a lot of people think he's involved now.
Why him?
As he's sketchy, but also there was a few names that were redacted for the next 30 days.
Yeah.
Because they're scared for the name's safety, their physical safety. So we don't know if they're victims or they're perpetrators. I think people think they're victims.
Yeah, I'd like to assume that, but then also it's the U.S. government, so.
I know. So who are these people? It's like Jane and John Doe 107 or something. You can look into it. But, dude, I mean, what if it's like Oprah or something, you know?
I also, anything else unless...
Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Bill Gates, Prince Andrew, and many others. There's a lot of more detail on Prince Andrew.
Yeah, I saw the royal family said they're pretty much standing behind him no matter what, too, which is...
Interesting. Yeah, there was some gnarly information that came out about him, specifically raping, like, underage girls 3 times a day, all this stuff.
Yeah, do you believe that?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I believe Prince Andrew is a sketchy scumbag. I believe that he was doing that shit.
Yeah, I think Prince Andrew is there, you know.
The one thing is there's a lot of fake lists out there. So if you are hearing or reading...
where do you find the real list then, I guess?
If you go on Twitter, there's a few people who posted the actual files. But I mean, if you were anyone in the past 20 years, you're listed on that list. So, it's very, very interesting.
Do you think Stephen Hawking, while he was a runner, or was he like? Remember we interviewed back in the day a paraplegic and they had to get a needle put in their penis with some sort of shot in it, some sort of medicine to get erect. I
guess we'll never know
if Stephen Hawking could even do that, you know?
I guess we'll never know. I think Bill and Hillary Clinton are totally screwed.
Well, wasn't Stephen Hawking married? Maybe we could get his wife on the podcast.
Yeah, the whole Bill Gates thing, too, is big. Bill Gates' ex-wife went on an interview and said the Jeffrey Epstein stuff Bill has to answer for, but her body language was weird. She said Jeffrey Epstein was like evil incarnate. She knew there was some sketchy shit going on, and that was part of the reason for their divorce. Was Epstein. Yeah. So
not good for old Jeff.
Yeah, not good for old Jeff at all.
He's dead.
Oh, those noises always scare me.
Jeffrey Epstein's dead, and that is a death we can laugh about, I believe.
Yes, that is. The other things I've written down, today it came out that Trump received a total of $8 million in the first 2 years of his presidency from 20 separate countries. I'm wondering how each side of the media will spin this.
That's a good point.
And if it's even a bad thing to receive. Like I need more information. But the majority of it was from China, which is hilarious.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So we'll have to dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah, so we are gonna have a slower January, just so our fans know. But then February things are really gonna pick up. We might be pumping out 2 episodes a week then even. And we're gonna have 2 for you in this week. We'll release 1 episode on Thursday, January 4th, and then we're gonna have a really fun interview with some dope-ass cryptocurrency guys, one based in Texas and one based in Colombia in South America.
They're both coming
on tonight. Tonight, but we'll be releasing this weekend. And then we'll be taking a week off, and then we're back at it for our fans with our weekly episodes, and hopefully in February we'll pump out some more content. We're hoping to also, we're at the point now where we're getting close to enough Twitter engagement where we're going to be able to offer subscriptions to our longtime followers. So if you do decide to set up a subscription, I think we're going to charge $5 a month for that. If you subscribe for 3 months, we will send you a free t-shirt. And we'll give you some premium content. You'll also get early releases to every episode.
What do you think of Tucker Carlson's transition? Now he's like a megalith. And he's been saying some wild shit. He sort of changed his stance. He's gone into like ultra conspiracy theory. But also,
I think he's credible, honestly.
You think he is?
I think he's more credible now than he ever has been. But I also think, like, you have to look at the origins of Tucker Carlson, right? Like, he's from the Purdue chicken, like, the Purdue family. Like, that's some old American money, like, robber baron status money, like, almost like Rockefeller, Vanderbilt status money.
Really?
And it is, like, you could argue that Tucker is, like, the foil to Anderson Cooper, who was from Vanderbilt money. So it's interesting how, like, these two most, one former Fox guy, the CNN main guy, who are like rivals, both came from this really old kind of like robber baron, late 1800s, early 20th century money.
Yeah, that is interesting. I think Anderson Cooper, though, was cut off from all that money. Or his family was just broke.
Or they said that. I mean, Tucker...
He's bigger now than ever.
He has his agenda. I just question more what it is. It's more uncertain that he's not working for Fox. Like, when he was working for Fox, we knew. Now he's truly, I think...
Now he's just like, the government is here to fuck you over. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's more anti-government, anti-establishment than ever before. And honestly, he's going hard after these Epstein files, which I think is great.
Yeah.
He strongly believes that Epstein didn't kill himself. So that I follow Tucker just because he says hilarious and interesting things, and he's got one of the biggest platforms. So if you want to be at all aware of what's going on in the country, you should follow him. But some of his stories, I think, are a little like why'd you do that?
Yeah,
the crackhead who exposed Obama.
Yeah, I think he gets a little anecdotal sometimes with one case study of a thing and then takes it a little too far.
Right. But the next thing I wanted to bring up was the Alex Jones video game. Have you heard about that?
It sounds...
Yeah, it's coming out, and you can go around and I guess complete quests, and there's gay frogs.
Is it like in the game?
No, it's a video game company. Yeah. I should look it up, but we should definitely get it. There's gay frogs. They work in all the conspiracy theories that they can.
Oh yeah. So I got another hopefully soon to be sponsor guest I want to have on the show is the CEO of the Trip app. I got the MetaQuest 3. I'll have to let you try it actually in between our break. It's pretty awesome, dude.
The Trip app. That's what Dr. Steve promotes, right?
Steve, he got me on board.
Oh yeah. And what's it
like? Put it on, and I've only used the sleep version of it. They also have like a focused meditation and a few other ones to get you in different headspaces. But the sleep one, I've like fallen asleep with the thing on my head, and then I sort of wake up half asleep, take it off, and I sleep through the whole night. Or usually I have a really struggle sleeping through the night, but with the Trip app, it seems to solve that problem when I use it.
Interesting.
Or if I can't fall asleep on mid-app. And the mixed VR world in the new Oculus is just very, very wild.
Oh yeah, can't you do like stand-up comedy?
You can put it on. You see everything in the room you're in, or screens, or you could erase everything in the room and do mixed virtual reality.
Interesting.
It's pretty wild.
You probably can't do that on the version I have because I have the Quest.
You can't see the room.
No.
Quest 2.
Well, you sometimes can in black and white.
Yeah, the Quest 3 has like color, like cameras that are put into
That's
can be
insane.
used. It's very wild.
Interesting. What do you think about the school shooting in Iowa? A lot of conspiracies going on around it, and honestly, I don't want to delve into that because that's,
Yeah, there's enough depressing things going on. I did think I'm just curious for YouTube and TikTok. I know this will probably get banned on both of them, but worst case, I'll recut the episode without the segment. But it was a classic segment we used to do a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Back when our show was number 10 in Thailand for politics.
Yep.
And, it really just helped loosen up the mood, I think, especially when we were just ripping it with our guests. And that segment is called Baptize My Bong.
What type of weed are you smoking today, Hans?
So today I want to give a shout out to the Giving Tree Dispensary in Denver, Colorado. Thanks to my guy Adam, who owns that dispensary over there. What we're smoking today is Moga.
What is done?
It is a cross between garlic cookies and black banana, which are two strains of weed I've never heard of. It is clocking in at a 24.7% THC.
Try it out. And while you do that,
maybe if I don't hold the thing in the camera, it'll work.
Yeah. While you do that, this is an appropriate time to announce that the James Webb Telescope operators have said that they probably already found evidence of life. They just don't want to release those results or confirm those results, perhaps for another year while they investigate. Wow. Some are saying they saw city lights from another planet.
What is a city light?
And just structures and stuff that they can't explain.
Awesome.
Just city lights.
Marijuana had a great flavor. It reminded me of being in a nice warm jungle without any bugs, where there's just like moss wrapping you and just holding you tight, but it's like not too cold, it's not itchy at all, it's just like perfect.
A Mexican jungle?
By these leaves. Maybe a Mexican jungle.
You should talk about your journey you're about to do this weekend.
Yeah. So I'm headed on Saturday, which I'll be off next week, unless you might find a good solo interview. But I'll be headed to the Rio Usumacinta River. It's outside of Chiapas, Mexico, and borders Chiapas and Guatemala. The river was very popular in like the 60s and 70s, and then I think a civil war broke out there in the 80s, 90s on the Guatemalan Mexican. Now it's relatively safe, so going there, we're doing it was originally an 88-mile river trip, so it's like 5 days of rafting, 6 nights just camping along the river. However, the village we were originally going to go into to start the river trip, which is called the Put-In, is now closed down.
Do you know what village that was?
Yeah, it was called Frontera in Chiapas. And the reason it's closed now is because a few months ago, I guess the cartel had taken it over. Kind of a smaller, town, village type place. And the story I got, I'll have a lot more information in the next episode or so when I'm back from this trip. But the story I got is that cartel came in, were kind of doing bad things. The locals got pissed at them for selling drugs, whatever, violence probably. The cops were working with the cartel, so the villagers ended up detaining and kind of like capturing 8 cops. So it was pretty much like the villagers, no real law there, no cartels for a while, and eventually they released the cartel working cops to the government, but they don't trust any more police or people coming in until like the National Guard does, or the federal government. So the town is closed to anyone entering or exiting. Will start the trip there.
So the whole village is just shut down.
Yeah, people are there, but they're not letting outsiders.
I wonder how sketchy this trip. I guess we'll find out.
It's like one of the more family-friendly trips in the world for like scenic rivers, but the political climate is ever changing. We're supposed to be camping on giant beaches with howler monkeys.
Oh,
which should be pretty cool.
Interesting.
I hope they don't take my food.
Howler monkeys.
Howler monkeys. But yeah, so that should be exciting. And I'll report more back on that. We'll share some pictures on the videos on the Baptize Instagram after that trip. The plan is just not sell or buy drugs there, and then I think I should be good with the cartels.
Maybe we can get a cartel spokesperson on the podcast.
Yeah, and we'll actually, maybe I'll meet a cartel who could come on the podcast there, or I'll get one of the cool badass guides on. We'll actually starting north, or I guess upriver of that village that's close. So we're just gonna raft through it. We trips in December that did the same thing with similar situation going on, and they were fine. So I think it'll be relatively smooth.
Good. Yeah. Do you know who the Krasenstein brothers are?
I have not heard of them.
This is one of the bombshells from the Epstein files, but apparently the Krasenstein brothers, I don't know who they are either. I have to look them up. But it came out that they would go to the island to have sex with each other. Two brothers. Yep. Look. Anyway, so I'm going to have to look into that because that's insane.
I actually heard that about the Rickert sisters, that they had sex with each other.
Really?
Yeah. I wouldn't say first names, but I'm talking.
Yes, I do. Interesting.
I confronted one of them about it. It was
interesting.
Sisters and brothers getting up with each other, I don't think is okay. That is one thing.
It's a little extreme.
Sometimes I'm not sure what I'm against or for, but I'm against incest. I would say our podcast is against incest.
Yes.
And I also want to update our listeners on Noah, the Noah episode. So if you're listening in in the last episode, I said it was episode 15. And then I said again, this was episode 15. That's because I think episode 9, where we interviewed a 12-year-old, liberal.
We never should have done that.
Yeah, political, whatever. He's just a total bullshit. He's got some parents, manager working for him to try and make him famous. He asked that because he answered one question wrong. Nothing he said was remotely controversial. So I don't know what it could have been. I asked him, he wouldn't tell us. Then he said something on Twitter about how everyone needs to pay reparations. And I said, as a white man, exactly how much money do I owe you? And then he freaked out and blocked us. And he unblocked us and apologized and said he should have educated us. And I still don't know. And he at one point before he unblocked us, called us white supremacists, which I don't think we are.
Don't interact with him.
I just don't. Yeah, we're just done with you, Noah. If you do listen to this, you
just don't even say that.
He's 12. He's 12, but yeah, honestly, if you're 12, you shouldn't be on Twitter.
Just keep up the good work. Yeah, we wish you well.
We wish you well, Noah, but yeah, don't be controlled by whoever is controlling you.
Yeah.
Be free. Be free.
Well, the other thing I wanted to touch on was Vivek and RFK. They both blow me away in different ways, and it's just honestly, it's just sad that our system is so solidified that they won't have any chance of winning. I think RFK, he's only on one ballot, which is Utah. Vivek, I don't think, is on every ballot.
Trump is off Colorado now and Maine.
I don't think he's officially off, but yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I think it's only going to get him more votes because it's just going to antagonize people.
Yeah, and let the people decide, I don't know. It's just the Democrats keep playing into this narrative that that the deep state has taken over, and they are actively blocking Trump from getting into president with these.
I mean, I don't think Biden should.
No, fuck no. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, some people that old would be fine, but he's not. It's clear.
And I don't even know if anyone that old should be allowed, dude.
But if you're that old, debate, and you think you're that able, then go debate younger people. Prove it. Don't prove anything. So.
He's not. Yeah, he's not even debating.
Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden. We do not support you.
Get a replacement, bitch.
Yes.
And stop funding war.
Yes.
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 Well, anyway, I mean, we're going to do a shorter episode today. Our next one, we're going to have hopefully at least like an hour-long interview with some crypto bros.
Crypto bros.
Today is Thursday, January 4th. This will be released by midnight. I can guarantee our fans that. Any last words, Wall Street bitch?
No, but I'm putting my hair back like this now.
Yeah, and just remember, like, anything you guys like, share with people in person, word of mouth, online, it all helps us. We appreciate our fans. We love you. We got some free stickers. If you just want us to mail you some stickers and you're going to slap them around your town like a silly slapper, go ahead and we'll send them to you for free.
Yeah.
All right, Baptize out. We're going to play a song called Ohio by Pickle Walks.
Yeah. Maybe we'll pick a different one. Oh, okay.
I already just have this queued up.
Oh, good.
Oh. We're going to do a song called Ohio by
And I sing to the ones within me, and I sing to the ones without. As my river flows down the train tracks, all I know is you want the spout, the only spout.
I just really want to go to Ohio. It's beautiful. There's cows, and I really feel